So live. Okay. All right, peace to the people. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Allow me to do some shares, some invites. Peace to the family. If you can hear me loud and clear, just say, yeah, I can hear you. Or just give me a thumbs up. All right. There we go. So 747 24/7 361 degrees. Hopefully this is going pretty well. Thank you, brother Justin. Justin gave me a thumbs up. All righty. That's cool. All right. If you in here, state your name, put it in the comment section. We will be doing readings today. We will be doing readings for numbers that are picked between 1 and 31. Also, can you please thumbs up the video if you are in the YouTube or in the Facebook? Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give it a share. I really appreciate it. All right. So, I love it. I love it. Shout out to Monet. What up? I love it. You picking high numbers. Usually I tell people to pick a number between 1 and 31, but you picked the number 46. I didn't even really tell people to pick a number between 1 and 31 today. I just wanted to freestyle the moment. So since you picked 46, it's really gonna go. It's gonna go hard. All right. It's definitely gonna go hard. So let me share the video a little bit and then do a couple more invites and then I'll be ready. Shout out to brother Justin. He picked the number 13. All right. Like I said, if you in here, state your name, put it in the comments section. I appreciate it. We are broadcasting from the House of LaMail. We are broadcasting from the House of LaMail. All right, now, when I do your readings, I'm gonna say this. When I do your readings, I will be utilizing some books, which is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. That's this book right here. If you don't have this book, you should have it. I really appreciate everybody's supports. This is the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. All right. So, like I said, I'm almost done. I'm about ready. I'm about ready to get it in and have a little fun with the family. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves today. I got people picking numbers. That's what's up. Shout out to Jasmine Juju. What up? Capricorns in the building, 17. That was a good number because I was just, yo, you picked 17. I got 17 now on the screen. I don't know if that should be today's lucky number. But on the low, I got 17 on the screen. So that was hot. That was so hot. All right. So peace to the family, 747 24/7 361. I love y'all. I definitely love everyone. All right. Let's go. All right. So shout out to the family, 747 24/7 361 degrees. It's my B day. My B day number. Oh, the number 17. That's hot. That's cool. You must be January 17th. Don't tell me your birthday January 17th, Juju. If your birthday January 17th, I'm gonna smack the crap out of you. Shout out to the Geminis in the building. What up? Picking the number 18. Thank you for everybody sharing the video. I definitely. What's going on? What's going on? Peace. Yo, Jasmine, your birthday is January 17th. You get it. Hold up. Yo, Jasmine, your birthday January 17th. You get a smack, pat, 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 pat. Shout out to Shakira. Look at her putting up the 100%. I love it. Hey, yo, Jasmine Juju, if your birthday is January 17th, pap, pap, pap. Yo, I'm going to hit you with the Macho Man Randy Savage later. All right, off the top rope, pow, pow, off the top rope. Don't worry about it. All right. Because, I told you, you supposed to be here. One, you supposed to be here, Jasmine, because the numbers that you picked. All right. And because of your birthday. All right. And because of your birthday. So I will elaborate on it. All right. So what I love to do before I begin, shout out to my queen Zola Lamel. She's in the building hiding in the shadows. She's like a stalker in the shadows. Like she'll come out and like somebody trying to sneak up on me, she'll probably be like So shout out to the queen. She's in the building. Yo, look at this. Oh, wow. All right. So we are going to do some readings today. Like today is a special day. Today I'm not going to really beat around the bush like I do all the time. Like a lot of times, like I like when people come on, if I don't know you like that, I'm like, look, listen. First of all, introduce yourself. If you don't introduce yourself and you pick a number, it's cool. Maybe I didn't put that in the description and I should have put it in the description like, introduce yourself first and I'll introduce myself. We'll formally get to know each other a little bit and then we can get on to this reading situation. All right. And even before we go on to the reading situation, I would like to go on to the fact that we connect up with some form of higher power. All right. Because that's very important also. Okay. That we connect up with a higher power. All right. Them things is hurting my ears. I'm cool. Long as y'all can hear me, we good. All right. So yeah, that's what I like to do. Before I start, I like to just like introduce myself to people. I like to get to know people a little bit. I like to people to get to know me a little bit, get to know the system that I represent, what I represent, who I represent, or whatever like that. But today I'm just gonna just save your patience a little bit, and I'm not gonna get too far off on that. I'm just gonna just do a couple readings off the back from the numbers y'all pick. All right, and then we're gonna utilize the codex, and we're gonna connect up. All right. Now, let me deal with the energies of today first of all. If y'all want to know what today's energies are. All right. So we will start from the number 12. All right, today's the 12th, right? Today's the 12th. Okay. Let's start with the number 12. Could somebody tell me the 12th letter of the alphabet? Put it in the comment section if you know it. If you know the 12th letter of the alphabet, put it in the comment section and we'll be cool like that. All right. Let me see. Let me see if we got a couple folks that's on it. L. Cheryl, we got a winner. We got a winner. Shout out to Cheryl. Okay. Um uh Jay Bala said number 12, L. Okay, L. Okay. Shout out to Kira the Goddess. I see you. All right, look at this. All right, so 12 is the today's the 12th. So the 12th letter of the alphabet is L. All right, so all of y'all that pick numbers, everybody that pick numbers in the YouTube, whether you in a YouTube or you in the Facebook, you pick the numbers. For the people that pick the numbers, hold your horses for a second. But hear me out. Look, listen. So today's the 12th. So let's concentrate everyone on that number. So give me the first word that y'all can think of with the letter L. Everybody here, the first letter that you can think about with the letter L, put it in the comment section. The first letter. I see light. I see love, loyalty, light, live. I don't know what is Lugo. Light is Lugo. Yeah, Lugo. Light. Yeah, Espanol. I see you speaking Espanol. I'm cool with you. I got you. That's Lugo, right? Light. All right, let's do that. All right, so we got love. We got um we got love. What else we got? Light, live. I see you in here. Liberation. I see liberation. I see what else I see? Live. Okay, cool. All right. So light, loyalty. All right, cool. I love the responses that I'm getting. That's cool. I'm cool with y'all now. So let's go to one that's simple and let's deal with love. All right. But let me talk to y'all real quick when y'all think about the number 12 before we begin. All right. When y'all think about the number 12, I want y'all to think of 1 and 2. Okay. We can say man and woman. All right. We can say the sexual organ of a man and we can say the sexual organ of a woman. Oh, that's a 1 and a 2, right? Because she has the vagina and the man has the phallus, right? So it kind of looks like that too. I don't know if we're going to go there. Y'all hear me? Y'all get what I'm saying? So we got language, logical. We got language. We got what's logical. I'm loving this. All right. So, like I said, when you go to the number 12, you see man and woman. And I wouldn't put man as number one being first, because we put the number two as first because we take two as a pair. All right, just hear me out. Two is the first prime number. All right, and it also represents woman as the matriarch that creates in pairs. All right, and various other modes that she creates in whatever she feels like. All right, but essentially, the one and the two is balance, which represents the three, as we know, to mean to connect up with understanding, or the letter U, right? Understanding. It connects up with understanding or the letter U. All right. But what's so significant with the letter L is this. When you utilize the letter L, I have explained this before, you have to actually go to the higher root of your mouth. Like if you say any word with L, like love, 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 you go to the higher root of your mouth. Try to say love without going to the highest part of your mouth to say it. All right. Try to say loyalty without going to the highest root of your mouth, without saying it. Even living, you go to the highest root of your mouth. All right, which is symbolic of something. If you also look at the number 12, which is the number L, which is the letter L, it's also significant with the 12 what? Zodiac signs. With the 12 zodiac signs. Am I right? You got a canopy that's connected, six up top and six at the bottom, or one more if you want to count Ophiuchus, which is the serpent catcher. All right, which is 13 zodiac signs. All right, but essentially, traditionally, people practice. You got 12 zodiac signs. Yo, you want me to show y'all something here? I saw somebody pick the number 46. That was hot in the beginning. And I'm gonna show y'all something real significant with y'all body, real quick, if y'all pay attention. And this is all connected up with the 12th letter of the alphabet being love, or L. All right, and I put that in the comment section. I wanted to put that in there. Let me see. Let me see. I got y'all. Bow, love. All right. This is in the Codex if you want to look this up too. All right. Supreme Grandmother and Grandfather Mathematics. It says this: love, the unconditional emotion of empathy, the chain of connection that binds two or more people together, the force that carries life to its destination of existence. That's love. All right. Now, love can have various other meanings, and I think it's a component that is infinite. All right, because the expression of it, um it varies, and it has a color that is unique. Let's say if I ask y'all here, for everyone here, and we're going to compare this to love, or the feeling of love, because love is blind. All right, y'all hear me, y'all? Let hear me out. Love is blind, so love doesn't really have a eyesight in it. It has a feeling sight. All right, so when you think of love, essentially it has a color. It has a color that resonates of its own. Like if I ask you to pick a color, or imagine a color, express a color to me that you have never seen before, but describe it with colors that you never seen before as well. How would you do it? You would tell me, well, the color I'm thinking about, Lamel, it looks like such and such, a little bit of orange, a little bit of whatever. And then the rule was to give me a color that you never seen before, and describe it with a color. See, you just broke the rule. You said red. Boom. That's wrong. So I said, give me a color you never seen before, and describe it with a color you never seen before as well, because that's the only way we can kind of get what you're talking about. But you will go in a labyrinth of thought to get the riddle of what I'm talking about. And what I'm really talking about is the component of love, because love essentially is a color, is an expression that has a unique expression of its own, and it's in the eye of the beholder, like how they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yes. All right, and it's blind, so it deals with feeling, just like the blind man or the blind woman, when she's reading, when she's actually reading, or he's reading what's the name, braille or anything they utilize in feeling to actually connect up in some form of fashion. So, a lot of people, they perceive reality through their eyes and through their ears, and they don't understand that you can actually perceive reality through feelings as well. All right. But what I wanted to show everyone here is that um when you look at the canon, you actually have the zodiac, and we focus on the number 12 real quick. I got y'all. Um when you I'm gonna show y'all a trick real quick. I'm gonna show y'all something special real quick for everybody on here. All right, so whether you know it or not, let me see if I'm in here. All right, cool. Y'all in here with me? I'm gonna show everybody a trick real quick. And this is utilizing what we call the body of the Messiah. All right, now I want everyone to think of yourself as the body of the Messiah. All right, so this is a little trick. Whether you know it or not, you got the whole zodiac around you. You got the whole canopy of zodiac around you. All right, you got it below you and above you. All right, y'all hear me? Y'all have, excuse me, I'm sorry, but you have the zodiac. You have it below you, beneath you, and above you. All right, and I'm gonna explain that. You sit at 180 degrees. All right, when you put your hands out, when you put your hands out, you sit at 180 degrees. All right, now, excuse me. Now, as you know, you sit at 180 degrees. Okay, boom, you got 180 up here, and then you got 180 in here, and then you add both of those, you get 361 because you operate in from the dot. The dot is the center. This is the center point of how you connect up with the universe, the center point, which is your heart. Now, it would be your solar, it would be right here at your solar plexus because soul is another name for sun. Solar plexus. So it would seat at your center. All right. So coming out, you can measure the universe. I don't know if y'all can hear me clear. Hopefully, y'all can hear me really clear. All right. But yeah, you measure the universe. So now you know you got 6 zodiac signs beneath you, and you got 6 zodiac signs above you. All right. So various different numbers like the numbers 50s and the numbers 70s. The number 50s, they connect with the numbers below you. All right. So let's say 50, right? You'll say 20 degrees, and that would be 51. You see, you'll be like 51. So you point into the zodiac sign right here. And I'm gonna show y'all something. I got an app on my phone that'll show you. Can you pull that up, please? I'm gonna show you an app on my phone that'll show you something with this. All right. So you go 20 degrees down. So you go 51. So 20 degrees. And then you go 52. So you go 40 degrees down. Then you go 53, which is 60 degrees. Then you go 54, which is 80 degrees. Then you go 55, which is 100 degrees. That's 55. Then you go 56, which is 120 degrees. Then you go, see, 120 degrees, counting from your 180, counting from your 180. All right, 120 degrees. And then you go up. It's apps for this. It's apps for this type of stuff. Like I can show y'all literally, I pull this up on the screen just like right now. This is the app called Star Walk, but I'm gonna show y'all something where all the zodiac signs are right now. You got Aquarius right there. So Aquarius is sitting at what? This would be this would be 70 degrees or 71 degrees if I go up. All right, that would be 70 or seven. The number 71, but it would sit at 20 degrees up because each number represents 20 degrees. All right, and this is how you measuring the universe with your body alone. And this is going back to what I was telling y'all with the number 12. But um, yeah, you got Aquarius right there, Capricorn right there, sitting at 74. All right, sitting at 74. That's Capricorn right there. And imagine that. All right. A lot of people, they like to read the newspaper. They like to read the newspaper or go online or Google where your planetary system is that's consistent with your zodiac sign or your rising sign, your ascendant or whatever. All right, or your moon sign or your solar sign. You people want to go to the Google, but what if you actually practice astrology with astronomy? All right. So yeah, imagine that. That's something I wanted to share with y'all with the number 12 and the fact that you actually have a tool to measure the galaxy on from your body. All right. So now let me do this. I want to do this for some people in here real quick. I'm going to do some readings for the numbers that people shared. And I want to say this. Let me yeah, I would like to do some readings for the numbers that people shared. All right, it's very important that I just share some light with everyone how I feel and how I connect up with these numbers and how we all have a thread of light that connects us all. Thank you, Sister Kind of Fear. All right, you received your book. You said my chapter 49. You said my chapter 49 in the hour led me right back here to point D. Wow, that's deep. I wonder what's that's talking about. All right. So let me do this before I do some readings. I like to do a little small prayer of reference and give just give the source my gratitude for the blessings that we have today. All the blessings that are conscious, unconscious. I ask that, I'm here as a medium, as a great medium for those that are cherished, good intellectual thought and inspiration to move forward with their life and success. I ask that I be a medium for those people in good heart and in good spirit. In all your heavenly names, I say Amen, Amun, Amin, Shua Wutalakum. All right. So, like I said, before I do readings, I like to do a prayer of reference always. Somebody asks me what system am I utilizing. It's the system that binds and connects us all, which is love. All right. That's what it's all about, truly. It's all about love. It's all about really figuring out what we can do to connect as a people. All right. So let me start from the first shall be last and the last shall be first. So whoever picked some numbers last, I'm I'm gonna go. I'm gonna pick them. I'm gonna do them first. All right. So 713. Um, that's what's up. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. So I guess we'll start with Sister Cotton of Fear. All right. So you picked the number 49. Now, the number 49 is associated with actually the left foot of the Messiah. All right. Going up the left foot, it connects up to the left leg, all the way up. It connects to um what is considered to be your and for the woman it would be the right egg, but for the man it would be, I mean, the left egg, but for the man it would be the left testicle. All right, just telling you. And it's called Jubilee. The number 49 represents the Jubilee. It represents celebration of sort. All right, that number is called the Jubilee. If you look it up in the codex, it's actually a part of what is called the upgraded body of the Messiah. All right, and that number 49 is 7 times 7. 7 times 7, which is 49, is 7 to the power of 7. All right, so wow, look at this. I said that 7 to the power of 7. Wow, and you picked 49. That's hot. That's hot. That was really hot. Um, but it's you picked the same number. You picked 49. 4 plus 9 equals 13. Your birthday is 7/13. 49 is 7 times 7. I mean, you pick the number that's associated with who you are. I'm gonna keep it real, Sister Cotton Fear. The number that you pick is totally associated with your being. Peace to Montega Dunn. Puerto Rico is in the building. Shout out to my brother holding it down. I love you, King. Shout out to Montega Dunn. Yo, look at this. Sister Cotton Fear. Yo, you picked the number 49. Why would you pick the number 49? All right. So the number 49, again, associated with 7 times 7, which is the number of your birthday. All right. And then 4 plus 9 equals 13, and your birthday is on the 13th. So somehow that associated with you. And it's called the Jubilee. The Jubilee. The number is called the Jubilee. All right, which is associated with a year of celebration. It's like, let's say, if you had so many years of bondage and so many years of situation, now it's time for celebration. It's coming. It's about to be that time for celebration. That's what your number employs. Real talk. All right. And then when you also look at it, I tell people this, when you look at the when you look at the number 7, man, y'all be, when people pick 7, I tell people, man, when you at your lowest point, you are really at your highest point. Hear me out, Queen. All right. When you at your lowest point, you are at your highest point. Imagine that. You say, man, I don't get that. The number 7, when I'm at my lowest point, I'm at my highest point. What do you mean, Lamel? All right, it's very simple. I mean, I can bust it down for you. And I'm gonna do other people's numbers. I got y'all for everybody picking. But look at this. For everybody in the YouTube, for everybody in the Facebook, I got y'all. But look at this. When y'all on y'all 7, right? When y'all on y'all 7, you gotta think of your body as a temple, right? You are the temple. Temple, the word temple comes from the word tiempo, which is time. They're synonymous words. So the body is where or your center is where time starts at. All right? No matter how you look at it. But when you go to, if you're thinking about the temple has a foundation, it has a structure above the foundation, and it has a roof to it. All right? And this is what it is. So you got the bottom half of your temple, which is the square, the bottom half, and that represents your knees. And the universe has placed, a square on your knees, like the universe divinely created you like this. So whether you on planet Earth, you'll never be lost, or you moving throughout the galaxy, you'll never be lost. That's how the universe literally designed you. So you want to say, how is that, Lamel? Like I just broke down how you can find all different galaxies, or you can find different zodiac just by moving up your arms, and how you align with the zodiac by different degrees by moving up your arms just with your body. I mean, I showed y'all that, but I'm gonna show y'all something else right here. Look, listen. So at the bottom, just in case y'all get lost, all right. Remember, I said when you at your lowest point, you at your highest point. But just in case y'all get lost, literally lost, you say, "Man, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to find myself. I can't. I don't know where to find myself." You can look up at the sky. You can see a structure called Cassiopeia, which is a cluster of stars that go around the North Star. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is. These stars look like three. It's five stars that look like the number three. All right, and that represents the woman, or it represents the earth as representing the woman. It also represents wisdom. All right, or it represents the mother. However, you want to place that letter three. If you want to place it like this, upside down, reverse it. I'm just giving you an acronym of thought for each way you place that number three. All right. So anyhow, if y'all get lost, y'all can look up at the canopy of the sky and y'all can find the north. But even then, if you really lost, you know where the sun rises up. All right. It rises from the east. Y'all know that. So y'all wake up in the morning. Y'all gotta get in tune with the nature, or get in tune with life, so to say. So if you lost, you say, "Man, I gotta wake up early in the morning," so you know where the sun is coming up. All right. And then another thing is, from there you can find the compass right on along your knees and your feet. So you get on your knees and your feet, and what happens? You got north, east, and south and west right there. North, east, south, and west. You can find yourself anywhere on the planet. You know where to travel. So if you want to travel east, you follow your knees. If you want to follow west, you want to follow wherever, you can follow your feet, different portions of your feet or your knees, because you're in a square position. All right, you are on your square. All right, and then when you go and you use the higher portions of your temple, because that's your foundation. All right, because your foundation is not only you being on fours. When you get on all fours, let me tell y'all something. You are actually, wow, it's a bug on the joint. When you are on all fours, you are actually when you are all on all fours, you are actually on your square, but you are actually on your adding, your subtraction, your multiplication, and your division. Not just north, east, south, and west. Not just north, east, south, and west. You are actually on your all fours, which is multiplication, adding, subtraction, and division. All right. So yeah, like that's what it is. So you really have a way to link yourself with the universe that you live in, or the earth that you live in, just by getting on your knees. So you say, "Man, I'm at my lowest point." No, you're not at your lowest point. You at your highest point, because you can define the universe from your highest point of yourself by just getting on your lowest point, at your lowest point, and then you won't find yourself lost. And this is also symbolic to how, when you connect up to God or whatever your spiritual force is, you feel yourself being lost. You get on your knees and you get on your the same thing. You get on your knees and you give reference to that force, and you go to the higher portion of your brain so you can find out where to go, or what to do, or what choices to make in life. And essentially, that's what it's all about. So like I said, and then that's on all fours. So imagine you on all fours, and then you go to the seven. You go on your seven, because now you on all fours, because you get down on all fours, right? Boom. And then when you go down, when you go down, you actually go down on what? On seven, because you got three higher points. One, two, and three. Now you go down on all seven. So at your lowest point, nah, you at not at your lowest point. You actually at your highest point. You actually at your highest point, whether you know it or not. When you on your seven, when you on your seven, that's why I tell people get on their seven. You say, "What do you mean get on my seven?" Yeah, get on your seven. Because when you get on your seven, you get on God. That's why phonetically G is the seventh letter of the alphabet. It stands for God. All right, or it stands for Geb, or Geb. Geb is the earth because you touch the earth. You touch the earth when you get on your G, when you get on your God. All right. Geb is another name for earth, or Geb means time, where you control time. Literally, when you on your seven or you on your G. And when you also look at a G, it literally looks like a circle and a square when you look at a G. It looks like a circle and a square. That's why I told y'all. I said, man, when you go down, when you think you at your lowest point, you not at your lowest point at all. You at your highest point because you on your seven. All right. Now the universe was created in seven periodical moments. Seven always been a divine number for that. All right. Every number has a transitional thought of what it means, but seven is a very special number. A lot of y'all got cocky when y'all got the number nine, when y'all got like nines, when y'all got nines, y'all got real cocky when y'all got to the number nine because y'all thought that was so superior. But you had to take two steps backwards so you can take one step forward to the 10 command keys, which is completion, which is oneness, adds up to oneness, which again is the man and the woman. All right. Because I can differ. When I told y'all, I said this represents the man and this represents the woman, which is one and two. All right. But I can take it even before that. Actually, in actuality, it goes like this: 0 and 1. The 0 represents the woman, and then the 1 represents the man. You get that? And this is binary. This is totally binary. All right. And you say, for real? Yeah, it's binary. The 0 represents the woman, and then the 1 represents the man. All right. And then moving forward, then the 2 would represent the manifested woman. All right. Then you got 3 represents the child. All right. But these forces, that's how they really work, essentially. All right. Just breaking it down. But again, when you on your 7, you will never be lost. All right. When you get on your 7, you at your lowest point. No, you at your highest point. And then the 7 periodical moments that the universe was created on, like for instance, today is called Kathukfin. Kathukfin, which is Monday, right? All right. So Monday, or I don't want to call it Monday. Let me don't I don't really want to do that. I'm not gonna call it Monday. All right. I'm gonna just call it Kathukfin. And I'll put it in the comment section for everybody to have it. You know what I'm saying? Just in case you want to know how I spell it or whatever. I'll put it in the comment section and then I'm gonna tell you what it means and what it represents, and then we can elaborate the thoughts on that. All right. Yeah. Kathukfin. All right. So today is the day of correspondence. As above, so below. It's like literally, it's about ideas that you have in your mind, ideas that you have stimulated in your mind. It is about manifesting those ideas. It's about bringing into fruition thought. That's what today is about. That's what Monday is about. Because if you think about it, if if um if Monday is Kathukfin, which is correspondence, right? As above, so below. What was the first day? The first day was what? The mind. It was Aglu. So you had to have correspondence in order to manifest what was in your mind. Some, all right. That's what that was all about. That's what that was all about. Like all these days, like they're divinely. created. Like the way these days flow, they are in divine order. All right, real talk. You just got to place yourself in it and know how to connect up the thoughts. All right, but today is the day of Kathukfin, which is correspondence, corresponding with what you had on Sunday, what you was thinking about on Sunday, what you was going to do, because Sunday was the day of the mind. It was the functionality of thought. When you stimulating ideas, you gathering ideas. Now today is the day of what? What corresponding those ideas, and then what you got tomorrow, which is what Istatar, which is vibration. So when you think about vibration, now from the correspondent point, going back, and I'm just saying tomorrow being Tuesday, representing vibration. Guess what? Things when things come in existence, what they come into a vibratory existence. They come into existence through a vibratory notion. Everything vibrates, everything moves. In order for it to exist, it has to move. It has to function. In order for it to be in the realm of time, it has to move. In order to it for it to exist, it has to move in some sort of way. So that's what vibration is about. That's what vibration all is it's about. You feel me? Because when something is vibrating, whether you know it or not, it's it's revolving, it's moving, it's moving. All right, it's moving, it's revolving around itself. It's really revolving around itself. You call it vibration, but it's literally the earth vibrates in some form of fashion, where it revolves around itself. All right. So yeah, that connects up as well. But the number 7, that's a very important number. I wanted to share with the community, with the family. And it was cool that that sister kind of feared that you picked that number and it resonated with your birthday. All right. I'm gonna see if I can do a couple other people before I get off. I'm gonna give y'all probably about 10 more minutes on here. If y'all can give me about 10 more minutes of y'all time, I really appreciate it. All right. All right. Peace to everybody in the YouTube and peace to everybody in the Facebook. This is a simulcast. All right. So let me break down the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics as well. So if you would pick the number 9, what I would do is this. I would go to the mathematics. Like somebody picked the number 9. What I would do is I would go to the mathematics and I would look up what is the ninth letter of the alphabet. So ninth letter of the alphabet is understanding. All right. 9 times 9 is 81, all being born to 9. Okay. But if I would think of the number 9 when it hits me, I will automatically um be thinking of some form of understanding. All right. Understanding the conviction within. All right. Pardon me. I would think of this: understanding the conviction within, knowing all aspects of information of a particular subject, confident, right, and exact, even when others are wrong. That's understanding. All right. Now, we do have an IOU that I would like to give y'all here. The IOU is this. So if you got understanding, we need a little bit of overstanding because I hear a lot of people say that word. But if you go into the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics, I share you the meaning of overstanding. Overstanding is as above, the completion of information studied, and then the implementation within the realm of its necessity. All right, that's in the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics as well. All right, if you go into the word overstanding, excuse me, overstanding, which represents the necklace, again, that is 15 times 15 is 225. But overstanding is as above, the completion of information studied, and then the implementation within the realm of its necessity. I don't know if anybody ever expressed the meaning of overstanding, but a lot of people say, I overstand. Yeah, I overstand. I overstand. Hopefully that can resonate with a couple folks. All right, but the IOU would be understanding with, and that's the conviction within knowing all aspects of information of a particular subject, confident, right, and exact, even when others are wrong. But then you also have an understanding. Now, remember, today's date is this. Today's date is very special because today's date is 13/21/12. So 13th letter of the alphabet is what? M. Now we know again that's the 13th month we're living in, which is the month of mastery, and I shared that with y'all. And that's the master. A master is the creator, originator, or adept student who reaches the highest point of a particular subject matter where he or she must then innovate the craft. That's what this month 28 days cycles is about. All right, but like I said, on the 21st, today's the 21st moon. All right. So that deals with understanding. And understanding is so below the comprehension of subject matter. That's it. Just to comprehend it in a certain sort of way. It's as below. Now, you might say, how is this relevant to the IOU? Because the IOU is understanding, overstanding, and understanding. All right, that's the IOU. And then we go to solar standing, which is the stance within reality in which one resonates and connects with their soul. All right, now it's various different meanings that solar standing could mean. It depends on a particular person how they connect up with their seat of reality. But again, you know, when we think about understanding, let me say this to y'all real quick. Understanding is about the reason why it says so below. All right, so below the comprehension of a particular of a subject matter. The reason why understanding it means the reason why it's expressed that way is this, because a lot of y'all when y'all got the knowledge and y'all got this information, a lot of people got cocky. A lot of people got more or less, you know, for instance, we got the truth, you got the truth, right? You start going out and slaying people because you felt as though you had the truth. And again, when I express to y'all what are the seven weapons of the Messiah, right? And along with the seven weapons, you know, you got the rod, you got the rod, the staff, you got the arrow, the bow, you got the you got the you got the scalpel, the scalpel, the scalpel, this what is it? The scalpel, the laser, and then you got the hammer. My fault. The scalpel, the laser, and the hammer. My fault. Here y'all go. These are the seven weapons of the Messiah. These are the seven weapons that y'all got. All right. So it's the rod, the staff, the arrow, the bow. Then you got the scalpel. Then you got the sword. No, the scalpel, the sword, the laser, and then the hammer. Those are your seven weapons. Now, the scalpel and the sword are the same weapon. My fault. But you got, yeah, scalpel and the sword are the same weapon. That's what I wanted to explain on here about knowing the truth. All right? Hear me out on here. All right? So, like when you got up to the sword, like when you got past the arrow and the bow, and you got the sword, okay? When you got the sword, you really thought the sword was supposed to be a big sword to chop people up, but you had a small sword, which was a scalpel. That's what was given to you as a weapon. All right. So that's the explanation I wanted to explain about understanding. All right. Like you get the scalpel instead of the big sword. If you had the big sword, you'll slice people up with the truth. Yo, I know the truth. Oh man, don't eat pork. This, I know the truth. Don't do this. God isn't this. Jesus wasn't crucified. Jesus wasn't white. I know the truth. You start slapping people up. I know the truth. I know the truth. And that's the sword that you was given after the arrow and the bow as a weapon. But like I said, that wasn't the sword that you were supposed to use. You was actually supposed to use the scalpel. That's the real sword that you use, which actually was a little sword instead of a big sword, because the big sword sliced people up. Boom. The little sword heals people. You cut people in the right place. All right, and that became your tongue, the sword. All right, so you speak the right words and you cut people the right way with your tongue. All right, real talk. So that's what you basically performing surgery with your tongue. So now when you talk about understanding and it represents so below, now that all of y'all got knowledge, y'all cool, y'all got knowledge. But a lot of y'all gotta know how to sink down to certain people's level. You gotta go down to certain people's level so they can understand you, so they can comprehend you first. And then from there, we can go to the inner standing or the overstanding, and then to the solar standing if you want. But first, let's do this. But like I said, again, you got to know how to go down to a certain level where you speak the language of the people. All right, where you speak their language literally, and you're able to transmit or transfer the message. All right. So hopefully that resonated with a couple people. All right. When I was talking about understanding, overstanding, and understanding, which is the IOU. Now that resonated with what today's date is in the codex, because today's date so happens to be 13/21/12. Now I talked about all these numbers. I talked about the number 13, which represents mastery. Okay. It represents the month of mastery. It also represents the mother. All right. It represents the mother. It represents the Messiah as well. All right. So when you think of the number 13, I don't want y'all to think the number 13 as a bad luck number. All right. Look at the number 13 as the letter B, that deals with birth. Connect the 1 and the 3. We'll deal with that number, and it will take that letter B, and it represents birth. Essentially, I want you to think about it like you're about to give birth to ideas. You're about to give birth to new thoughts, inspirational life. That's what that number 13 is all about. All right. It has a path of greatness, but essentially it's not easy as being the cornerstone. All right, because all numbers must balance on that number. We got 13 moons within a year, and that's on the turtle's back. Remember that. The turtle is the designated anchor spiritual animal totem for our people, which is called the Walu. But it has the number 13 on its back, along with the number 28. All right. Let me see if I can put a couple more things in the comment section that I wanted to put, and then I'm going to be out. I love y'all, though. This is really cool. Yo, if y'all really want to link up, y'all want any of these books, just email the Messiah Code. You can PayPal me. Again, I don't have a Cash App as of yet. I will actually put up another Cash App for all the people that want to do Cash App sponsorship for the books. But if you would like any of these books, I'll send you a PDF version for free, just for the love. All right, I'll send you a PDF version of one of these books. This book right here is the Beginner's Manual. This is Master Key Application 111. All right. Now we know 111 in binary represents God, which is the 7. My fault. I'm just putting this on here so y'all can see it. Cool. Thank you. Thank you, Queen. We're gonna link up. Definitely, we're gonna link up. This is the beginner's manual for all the people. It's a lot of good things you should know about the Codex. This right here is the one. Let me see. I think I had it. This is the 141, the introduction of magic and divination. Now, I like to do divinations, but when I do divinations, private divinations of sort, I utilize these symbols right here. This is the 141. If you have your book, the 141, you should make your own deck of cards by now. With these symbols, you should make your deck of cards, and the destinies are attached underneath the symbols. All right. For anybody that's connected with the Messiah Code movement, this is again the 141 Introduction to Magic and Divination. This is a book. This breaks down the body of the Messiah. Let me see if I can put this on. This definitely breaks down a lot of stuff. I mean, I can read a little bit for y'all if y'all want. But like I said, I really wanted to get off. I'll read. Just give me about 2 minutes, and I'll read about 2 minutes of this book for y'all. All right, just to give y'all a brief introduction. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? All right, we're gonna read a little bit of this book together, and let's see if it's really worth your time. Let's see if this is really worth your time. All right. You said using cards. Yeah, you actually can utilize the 141 to divinate and utilize it to help you out. Okay? You can utilize it to help you out. All right? So, yeah. Here we go. Okay, okay, so yeah, like ruins. Yes, you can do it like ruins. That is correct. You can do it like ruins. That is correct. Sorry, I just blocked somebody real quick, y'all. I just blocked the crap out of somebody. I just kept it real basic. All right, let me read this for everybody that's in the house real quick. Y'all ready? All right, so let's do this. I'll be the narrator. All right, so the Messiah Code is an archive of information that is and has been and will be moving throughout the mainframe for an eternity of what we call time and space. Verse 2, the greater consciousness of thought, the hard drive of self awareness. How can I explain what the codex is? Verse 3, a combination of all matter and antimatter. In actuality, you can consider it a combination of all things. We call this the network, the tone of the universe. Verse 4, the greater perception of reality, tapping into the frequency of the ever living to become a master student so you can become a master teacher. Verse 5, this means you have to base your life upon learning. It is no day or no minute you are not in the realm of learning. Every aspect that you will learn throughout this program will be a point in a geometrical shape you that you create in the pathway of life, coming back to the source. Wow. When you move from point A to point B to point C back to point A, you actually create a geometrical shape of what we call a dimensional reality, the sigil of destination and progress of learned behavior. You, verse 7, you are a Messiah type leader or savior of a particular group or cause, and never let anyone tell you the different. That means you have to step up to the plate and be a leader. All right. Verse 8. Verse 8. It says this. Show perseverance in what you do and diligence in the things you dream to be. The idea of this is to tap into your uniqueness. Yes, you are unique. And know the special qualities that you possess as a Messiah type genealogy. All right. So now, verse 9. Now, Messiah can be applied in many ways. Throughout the course of your journey, learning the Messiah code, you will learn the cycles of 1 through 31. This is a symbolic clock of time measuring the cycles between 1 and 31, the Alpha and Omega principle. All right, verse 10. These are the building blocks of Messiahship, and every block represents a degree and a temple that you are building. It represents the foundational keys to open the doors of a monumental temple. All right. Verse 11. You have to make the foundation strong so when the storm comes, you will not be shaken. Verse 12. The mind, the body, the soul are all aspects of the temple. All three are one. 131. And I'm going to end it there. I'm going to end it right there. I'm going to end the narration right there. Or do y'all want me to continue? Let me know. Hopefully you got your book. You got a book. You said continue. Damn. All right, I'm gonna do a couple more verses to 31, and I got you. I'm gonna run it up. Thank you. I appreciate everybody to support. You said I was reading that part already. All right, cool. All right, so verse 13 is the threefold reality that you will tap into, and the greatest tools that you will have will be that of the Messiah code to decipher the reality and rewrite and listen to that and rewrite the mainframe consciousness. Learn the code, know the code, and be the codex. Verse 14, where do you want to take your mind? That is the greatest question I'm asking you now. Really, truly. And remember, that is like an acronym. Let me pause that and I'm gonna move to verse 15. That is like an acronym because remember the Messiah said, he said this, right? He said, ask and ye shall receive, right? Seek and ye shall find, and knock and the door shall be answered. Whether you know it or not, you said rewrite the hard drive, yes. Whether you know it or not, that's A, ask equals ask. All right. Let me see if I can put that in there. A is for ask, and ye shall receive, right? S is for what? Seek. Ask, seek, right? Ask A, ask K, right? And then you say knock. K equals knock. Because you know why K is spelled with a knock is spelled with a K. Because if you didn't know it or not, it's a secret of knock. You think knock spelled with an N, but it's a secret knock to get you in, just to know how it's really spelled. So phonetically, it's telling you in order to get in the door, you need to know how it's really spelled, or how the door, or how to knock on the door to get in. All right. But if you look at that, that's an acronym for ask. Asking ye shall receive, seeking ye shall find, knocking the door shall be answered to you. It's an acronym for ask. A lot of us have not because we want not. You know, real talk. So hopefully we can have, we can extend our goals. We can become greater people and have success in our life because we're asking better of ourselves. We're asking more of ourselves. All right. I'm a, um I'm gonna continue this verse. Verse 15. The mind is really the soul. The soul is the experience of expression. The experience of expression, inward and outward. The creative force of will. They call this hua. All right, hua, like the breath. Hua, hua. All right. But yeah, mind mind is really the soul. Soul is the experience of expression. The experience of expression. How you express yourself in some form of way is your soul. All right. Shout out to Sister LaAnkh in the building. I see you. Peace to all the Messiah Code All Stars. I see y'all. Thank you for putting up the me wees, all my 1221s. Thank you. I love you, you love me, and me as we, of course. Today so happens to be 13/21/12. So that's the reverse. All right. So today deals with unity and love as opposed to love and unity. All right. So yeah, you got number 16, verse 16. And if one is able to take his or her quest to the next level, they become what they truly are, the Messiah or hero. Let me say this. My queen loves when I say this word. Hold on. I think I'm gonna update this book. I'm not just gonna put hero, I'm gonna put the Shiro. All right. This is gonna be like I'm gonna put the Shiro, like verse 16. I'm gonna update this. It's going to be like this. It's going to read like this. And if one is able to take his or her quest to the next level, they will become what they truly are, the Messiah or hero or Shiro of their world. And with the power of great leadership, we will be able to save the planet. All right. So, verse 17. Verse 17. So that was a shout out that y'all got a new word. I'm updating that in the book. It's gonna be Shiro. All right. Now let's move forward. Verse 17. The codex is one of the greatest tools that you will be able to utilize in your life. It is just up to you to know that you are great. It is up to you to tap into the power that you have. All right. It's up to you. All right. Shiro. You already know. Shiro. She Rose. Shout out to all my She Rose in the building. All my heroes, all my She Rose in the building. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna run with this. All right. All right. So verse 18. The Messiah Code is a motivational tool, but at the end of the day, it is all about self. And that's where this journey is leading. Verse 19. The greater you, the greater you, the greater destiny of what you are becoming and growing to be, the inner being. Imagine that. Wow. This is like I want to run verse 19 back so we can hear that. Yo, the Messiah Code, look at this. It's a motivational tool, but at the end of the day, it is all about self, and that's where this journey is leading. Verse 19, the greater you, the greater destiny of what you are becoming and growing to be. Underline that. The inner being. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna elaborate. I'm gonna do like how the preachers do on with the Bible on Sunday. I'm going to two-step and with my penny loafers on with this. All right, real talk, and just elaborate on each verse real quick. Listen. So we go verse 20. One, look, the one that is calling out to the outer world, the inner being, right? The only way to escape the matrix is what? To be called. And you must know your calling and your purpose in life. Okay? Verse, and then you know what's so coincidental? 20 is associated with what? Faith, right? Because 20 is called Muminun, which is called the faithful one. But when you go to the supreme mathematics, it deals with truth. And then a lot of times when people or when you deal with things of truth in nature, you have to deal with a component of faith as well. They're relative and related. All right. But yeah, the one that's calling out to the world, to the outer world. The only way to escape the matrix is you have to be called. That's your calling. Your calling, your purpose in life. All right. And then what's 911? That's when I tell people, shout out to my 911s, my 191s. That's everything that flows in between the 1 and the 9. Everything that flows in between the 1 and the 9, that's the 911. That's the 911s or the 191s or the 919s. But that represents purpose. When you see 911, it represents calling. It represents purpose in life. It represents, you know, a general response to, designated challenges. And that's what it represented. The 9 and the 1, everything that flows between the 1 and the 9. Because remember, 19 can represent the galactical hero as well. All right. So it does represent response in some form of way. All right. Yeah. But it's everything that flows between the 1 and the 9. So like I said, like you got to just literally take the numbers. Once you know the supreme grandmother and grandmother, once you know the supreme grandmother and grandfather mathematics, it's easy to elaborate. It's easy to kind of like decipher these numbers. All right. So yeah, and then you just generally apply it. That's all you do. So verse where was I at on here? Um 2021. So we are more alike than what people know. And this is a template designed to formulate one's own stance on reality itself. Verse 22. This is the Messiah code. Become the Messiah that you already are. Wow. Become the great person. Become what you truly are and never let anyone stop you from transforming the ideas that you have inside yourself. This is the greatest thing that you will have, which is your creativity. Who wants to debate with that? Who wants to argue the fundamentals of that? We want to argue the precepts of religion, but who wants to argue the fundamentals of what was spoken in that passage? Hopefully not you. All right? Like that's another thing. It's like we create culture, man. All right? We definitely create culture and we live it. You got to live the codex. All right? You said so many people teaching, but I only resonate with my kind. I like that. I like it. So verse 20, what I'm at 23, verse 23. So the Messiah code is not related to astrology or numerology. Let me get this straight because I know I always tell people to pick numbers, but it's not related to astrology or numerology. All right. I tell people this. We're in a new age of what we call information. A lot of the old zodiac signs, a lot of the zodiac signs are really old relics of an old regime, of an old time. We came in a new time. So the zodiac is really y'all gonna be born out of this solar system. I give it take 500 years or whatever within this same age of Aquarius. Y'all gonna be out in the stars. Y'all gonna be out giving birth outside in different other planets. All right. So It's not going to be like some other whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be able to basically tap into another uh uh designated another location to give birth. So some ways the zodiac is going to be relevant, but in other ways it's not going to be relevant in certain sort of ways because people are going to be born outside of the zodiac. So you got to pay attention to the numbers. People are going to have log dates. Log dates, how you log in space and time. All right? A log date. So that's what's going to be um to come in the future. And then not only that, and this is, shout out to everyone watching this video 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years from now that's watching this video. All right? But yeah, it's going to be positive and negative charges. This is an archive. This is a really an archive of sort. This video that y'all watching is an archive for future generations to watch. They're going to be watching these type of videos in order to be educated on what the codex is, was, and will be. I'm just telling you. All right? And I'm sharing with y'all that people will use positive and negative charges to represent their zodiac. It won't be the zodiac any longer. All right? So I think I got a couple more verses. I got all these robots coming in too, man. I don't even know where my phone is. I would block them right now. It's all good. Let me finish this up so I can end the discussion for today. I really appreciate everyone's time. Damn robots. Look at them robots, yo. Straight robots infiltrating the video. All right, look at this. So we on verse 24, and verse 24 would be I love this. Oh. I gotta finish verse 23. All right, the Messiah Code is not related to astrology or numerology. It is a mainframe consciousness compared to that which you would consider to be a computer. Now, what is a computer? A computer is an electronic device. The brain runs on electricity for storing and processing data. Wow, the brain does the same thing. Store and process data, typically in binary form. Wow, the brain does that. Ones and zeros, according to instructions given to it for a variable program, which is your will. So, oh yeah, it's totally connected. Yeah. All right. And then you got verse 24. It says, there is no more. Hear me out, yo. Hear me out on this. There is no more Christianity. There is no more Islam. There is no more Judaism. There's no more astrology. There's no more numerology. There is no more Buddhism. It is only the network. Did y'all hear me on that? Like, we can argue fundamentals of religion however y'all want, who did this, but hear me out. It is no more of these things. In the future, it's just an archive. It's just an archive. It's not what you think it is. In the future, what we consider to be the age of information, it's just an archive. It's just a network, and people tap into different parts of the archive, and they utilize different parts of the archive, the principles of what's needed for them to move forward. That's what the future is. The future is all about spirituality. It's not about religion. All right, religion will be out the door within the next 10 to 20 years. There will not be religion at all. It will not be religion at all. Religion will be some form of old relic. And you say, well, we won't be calling on God. Not necessarily true. I don't mean that you will not be calling on God, because it will not be religion. It'll just only be spirituality. It's only going to be spirituality. People are only going to be spiritual. I'm trying to tell you, the spell is going to be breaking. The spell is broken. People realize that the jig is up. That Adam and Eve story, come on, man, one woman start off the whole planet, and then freaking Cain killed Abel. I mean, where they get wives from? All this like stories is just whoa. And then even when you go back to Egypt, fundamentally, it just goes back to allegory. I mean, like allegory and certain meanings, and like Ra doesn't exist. Ra is just symbolic, or Ray is just symbolic, and like you just get going a labyrinth of thought. Even going back, like just like, come on, it's going to be a time where people are just spiritual. When people ask me questions, I got so many tricks for them. Like I be prepared for the questions that people ask me. Give me 2 minutes of your time. I'm gonna get off. Like certain questions, they be like, "Yo," like a person say, "Man, I got an easy question for y'all that's controversial. People might ask me, and then I'll hit them with something easy, which is the answer. All right. Somebody might ask me, "Yo, what happens to life after death? What happens to life after death?" I'll be like, "Yo, where you want to go?" They be like, "Nah, nah, 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 nah. That ain't the answer." They were like, "Where are you going?" I can't tell you where I'm going. I can't tell you where I'm going. That is like, why would I want to tell you where I'm going? It's for me to know and you to find out. Like I answer a question like that because that's how it's supposed to be answered. All right? Real talk. If somebody would sit here and tell you an answer, they will be telling you a lie. Hear me out. Somebody say, "Well, man, what's God's name, Lamel?" Well, what God you call? I'm like, I don't care what name you want to use today. All right. I reflected back because I'm gonna tell you, it's easier to say God is than God is there. Imagine if I say God is there. Y'all gonna say, where is God at? Oh shit, I'm about to show up wherever he at. And that even put a limitation on God itself. If y'all say God is there. But if I say God is, you pondering in your mind where God is. And then in essence, you find out God is within. God is everywhere. God is all God is. You can't even explain that. It'll explain itself, and your imagination will run wild. And that's how I need y'all to think about it when y'all think about the supreme grand architect of the universe. When y'all think about the supreme grand architect of the universe, y'all got to think about beyond your imagination. Like your imagination is so confined with certain things, all right? But I want you to think about beyond your imagination. Yes, that is correct. I want you to think about beyond your imagination. Peace to everybody in the YouTube. Thank you. All right, so I guess that's about it. I got a couple more verses. My fault. Let me finish this. Let me finish this verse real quick, and that'll be cool. Let me finish these. So it's no more Christianity, no more Islam, no more Judaism. There's no more astrology, no more numerology. There is no more Buddhism. It is only the network. All right, cool. We get that. You got to make that net work. All right. And then you got, I'm going to read verse 25. It says, it has a code that is updated every first second, every minute, every hour. Anything you can consider to be time itself. But essentially, it is data. Data is another word for DNA, which is data. Verse 26. So when you look at the code, like I said, you got to apply it as a heroic or heroic qualities about yourself. All right. Now, verse 27, I'll break down every number from 1 through 31. And they have a special quality and recognition to the reality that we are living. But what you must understand truly is that your mind is the computer that is tapping into a greater computer, which is the source, the architect, construct goals, the goals of happiness. And this is telling you, like, when you coming up with your ideas, you come up with a diagram with your ideas. When you coming up with your goals, you actually create a diagram of your goals. But it's not only you prioritize your goals, like, man, when we gonna put these plans in order? What time we gonna get up in the morning? What time we gonna go to sleep? What time we gonna shut every damn thing down? What time we gonna make everything do this? That's prioritizing. But this diagram here that you see on the screen, it's about compartmentalizing some things, putting things in certain places in your life. All right. And we all got to do that. We're all struggling. Trust me. Verse 28, if you want to call this God, the architect is the one that creates the plan for the building. And we're building right now. Truly. That's what we're building. All right. Verse 29, the Most High God is the architect for the plan of the building, the temple of the spiritual body, the shell. That's verse 29. You think about it. The Most High God. Now you can connect and call God whatever you want to. Use your imagination. Make it run wild right now. But it is the grand architect of the universe with a plan. You think about it. When you know uh a you know when I would say the construction workers, they come out, they got a blueprint for whatever building that they create. Now it is someone who actually created the plan for that building. And that's just what I'm telling you. What you consider to be God, God has a plan, or that grand architect of the universe has a plan for you as well. Hear me out. Not just a plan for the building, but that God or that grand architect, that most high God that you tap into, has a plan and a blueprint for you as well. All right? But you must compartmentalize your goals, and that's what this is all about. All right? Verse 30. It has been called by many names throughout time. I don't care what you call it. This spirituality, that's why I said how you connect up with this realm of thought. It has been called by many names. It has been called by the name Christianity. It has been called by the name of Islam. It has been called by the name of Kemetology, or whatever you want to call it. Um, it has been called by uh, Hebrew, Hebrew Israelitism, or I don't know, you know, Hebraic customs or traditions. It has been called by many names: Native American customs, Native Aboriginal people, Moorish people. It has been called by many names. How many names you want to call it? You can just do it all you want. All right, that's up to you. But it says it has been called by many names throughout time. Now, which is this day and time, we call it the Messiah Code, or the Codex, the mainframe consciousness that is linked to the mental reservoir. And this is where our twin souls resonated from. The aqueduct of reality that manifested us here. We followed the aqueduct from the mental reservoir. All right? To create an oasis here on this planet. Trust me, to bring life to this planet. That's who we are. All right? Various different people. We're part of twin souls. Now, twin souls come out, uh, you know, in pairs, triplets, quadruplets, quintuplets, or whatever. Brothers, sisters, family, whatever, however you want to connect it, spiritually. But those are twin souls. We're here as twin souls for the same purpose, connected up to the same mental reservoir. All right. So I only got one more verse, and I'm gonna end it off. It says, what we call the source, or any other name considered to be a verb, action, movement, and progress. This is an example of what the Messiah Code is. And now, when you listen to me, is that when you call upon that great force, that force that you call God, I want you to start call upon God in action. Call God, man, God, to get this done today. God, the whatever, God could be any name that you wanted that God to be your to resonate. It has an anchor. The name is the God, all right, or that force, or however you want to call it. That great force. How you want to connect up with that great force, how you anchor it, is by the name. And I'm gonna give y'all something powerful in your life. If you switch the names up to certain things that you want done in your life, and you call upon that God, a lot more things will get done. How real is that? A lot more things. A lot more things that get done. Imagine if you call upon God the Awakener. Yo, I'm calling upon God the Awakener. The Awakener. So we can wake up a couple people, or I can wake myself up a little bit earlier. All right. Call upon God the Savior, God the Provider. We need to provide for this situation. We need the money to get things done in a situation. And you call upon that force. But guess what? That force also moves within you. Remember that. So I'm gonna leave it at that. I love y'all, man. Y'all really are good people. 747 24/7 361 degrees. Thank you for everybody that came in and out of the video and gave me your time. Thank you for everybody that stuck around for the crown. I really appreciate y'all. Sister Shakira, thank you, Queen. I really appreciate you for connecting up. Thank you, Sister Fear, Sister Aricia, Sister LaUnc, Brother CJ, Brother Anku, Sister Bren, Lonnie. Shout out to Yeezus. Um, Everybody that came in and out of video, I love y'all. It is what it is. Shout out to my Boricua family in Puerto Rico watching. I love y'all. This definitely was a good discussion. All right. Hopefully y'all love the Zen nature sounds in the background. Hear the rain and the birds. We actually out here enjoying life. All right. Peace to my queen. Thank you for supporting me, actually helping me achieve my dreams. I really appreciate her so much for helping me achieve my dreams. All right. And it is what it is. Kum, salutations to the primes.